Representative Gwen Moore, Mark Pocan, and Ron Kind released a joint statement this morning
condemning President Trump's trade war with China.
The trade war is just moronic. There's no reason for it. We're losing a lot of small farms in Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland has lost over 1,600 small dairy farms since President Trump took office.
We have a situation where millions of Americans who suffer from pre-existing conditions are at peril if President Trump and his followers carry through with their plan to eliminate the Affordable Care Act.
Healthcare costs hit closer to home for Sarah Conklin.
What are the promises made that you think weren't kept when it comes to the Trump administration?
There's a lot of them.
So the new chair of the Democratic Party is Ben Wickler.
Thank you, Wisconsin.
I look so forward to working with all of you and to all of my rural friends, especially of those of you Highway 29 and above, get ready because we're going to roll.
What I felt today and yesterday and in the weeks leading up to this campaign were people who care about Wisconsin and are committed to working together.
We are going to work together. We are going to organize as we never have before across race and geography and all the lines that they try to use to divide us. We are going to come together as a party. We're going to show this country what is possible in Wisconsin. We're going to lead and we are going to win.
The reason I organize is because this great nation has endless amounts of potential. That's going to take grassroots leadership to reach that potential.
I organize because there are a lot of voices in a lot of communities that don't get heard, and I really want to do my job and do my part and lift up those people.
We're the Milwaukee cohort of Organizing Corps 2020.
And this is the light of our lives!
New tonight, Governor Tony Evers is revving up the Democratic base for the 2020 presidential election, promoting a Democratic future in Sun Prairie.
Hi, my name is Terry Lee, and I'm a volunteer with the Democratic of Brown County. I'm out here knocking doors on the west side of Green Bay here. A lot of great conversations, and this is part of a huge weekend of action for the Democratic Party of Wisconsin.
Hello, Wisconsin. We are in Racine, and I'm here with their wonderful representative, Neubauer. And what are we doing here today?
We are knocking on doors because it is 1 year until the presidential election. And we've got a lot of folks here who are heading out to knock on doors because they are MVPs and because they know that a lot is at stake in the election next year.
Win, inspire, stop, cancel, and organize spells out WISCO. This is the thing the entire country is depending on Wisconsin to do. And I look forward to celebrating with you on November 4th of 2020.
Last week in Wisconsin, a county judge sided with a conservative legal group in a lawsuit that will remove more than 200,000 voters from that state's voter rolls.
When you see Republicans pulling these shenanigans, purging voters, saying that they're going to ramp up these voter suppression activities, turn that into organizing energy. That's what we're doing in Wisconsin. We knocked on 54,000 doors in one weekend. That's more than all of 2015 and all of 2017 combined.
Well, the City of Milwaukee Health Department says positive COVID-19 cases are happening at an alarming rate.
We have to still get the information out there of how easy it is to contract this virus, to spread it, to get people the medical attention that they need.
I support Governor Evers' safer at home order, and I'm doing my part by social distancing and staying at home.
This virus is not a hoax. It has sickened over 1 million people.
It is absolutely essential that we remain safer at home, and we can do this, save our communities, do it together.
There's an election on Tuesday in Wisconsin. Yeah, hard to believe, right?
This is so wrong. This is just so wrong. This election should have been called off. Stop playing politics with our lives.
Here's the Republican Speaker of the Wisconsin State Legislature, Robin Vos, in what will become the other defining image of today's news.
You are incredibly safe to go out.
You are incredibly safe to go out, he says. He is the Republican leader who did more than anybody else to force this in-person election today in Wisconsin.
It was a gigantic test of the organization Ben Wickler of the Wisconsin Democratic Party has built, and they crushed that test.
Karofsky has declared victory in this.
Wausau's new mayor is pretty happy about her new job, and she expressed that on Twitter.
This was a backlash against voter suppression, and Republicans were willing to push people into a lethal pandemic. But this was also a win for organizing, and we could see the fruits of that in an election where we more than quadrupled the record for the number of absentee ballots.
Hey everybody, Jill Krofsky here. I just want to thank you very, very much for all the hard work that all of you did to help elect me the next justice on the Wisconsin State Supreme Court. I couldn't have done it without your help. I'm celebrating social distance-wise with my friends and my colleagues.
Let us look to the future with hope, optimism, and a steadfast determination to continue the pursuit of progress.
A handful of voters could make the difference for every human who will ever live again. That's a huge amount of power. The thing we have to do is remember that we have that power and to turn that into the kind of organization, the kind of energy, the kind of turnout that the country has never seen. We're going to be trying to get an absentee ballot into the hands of every single person who is eligible and ready to vote against Donald Trump in the fall, because this battle is going to go to the very last second.
Time to get to work, folks. Thank you, and on Wisconsin.